Shalom, shalom. I just want to start off by saying, Call Halayim, Lagao, Bashem Yashai, Bashem Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to all for elect and Akim spreading the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. My name is Asha Allah, and tonight's topic, I'm just going to jump into who is Esau-Edom. I'm gonna provide a few scriptures on who is Esau-Edom. And so without further ado, let's get right into it. He's the so-called devil and so-called white man who you call today. And so let's get right into it. This is this is Genesis, and I'm gonna start at verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshai for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshai was entreated of him. And Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshai said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So let's keep this in mind that two nations are in her womb. She was having we're just gonna get to it. She was having twins, and and she was like, if this is a blessing, if it be so, why am I thus? Why am I feeling this way? So she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, and the Lord came back and said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So two manner of separate people is going to be coming out your bowels. And verse 24, and when her days were and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So the first one came out red, all over like a hairy garment. Thus he got the name Esau. Esau meaning Isashwa, in the Hebrew, and that's a known omen, because that name goes into wasted away is he, and the root word of Isashwa is Isash, which means to be complete, finished, or wasted. And what was wasted? His pigmentation. His pigmentation was wasted. The reason why he came out red. All over like an hairy garment. And verse 26, and after that came verse 26, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 60 years old when she had bare them. So Isaac was 60 years old when when his wife Rebekah had bare Esau and Jacob. And it doesn't go into what Jacob looked like, because he came out looking like everyone else. It was Esau that came out as the anomaly. It's him that came out red all over, while Jacob, he came out looking like everyone else. Brown skinned people. Because according to them, they paint the likeness of them being so-called white back then. And it doesn't make no sense that they would do that, because two so-called white people can't create a melanated baby, but two so-called black people can create a leprous albino baby. So going on, verse 27, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. So that's a characteristic of Esau. He's a cunning hunter. He gets his that's how he gets his rocks off. He has to hunt and has to kill. He has to go out and and kill game. He has to go out and basically hunt and kill. You know, like that's how he operates. That's how that's his pleasure. Like from that movie Friday, that's my pleasure. Like that's Esau's pleasure, going out and being a hunter, being a man in the field. You know, and verse 28, and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob. And going on to verse 29, and Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. You know, and Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. You know, and so when when Esau came in from the field, he ain't have no game, he ain't have no venison. He was on the verge about to die, he was on the verge about to faint. You know, and Jacob, he was sawing some pottage, cooking up some lentils, and the meat wasn't done yet. It was still red, and that's what it says, that same red pottage. And it says, for I am faint, and therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And so all Esau carnal ass had to do was fast or just wait. The pottage would have got done cooking, but since Esau is carnal, like the so-called white man today, they have to have a feel for everything. Like everything has to be a feel for them. They're not spiritual at all. And so with him being carnal, he had to have that red pottage right there and there. And Jacob said, verse 33, and Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. So in this chapter, it explains how Esau came out all red. It came out red all over. You can go to Google and type of red babies. You can see who comes out like that. The so-called white man. And going into it, him coming out all red, that's a sin. That's so-called leprosy. We can actually get that in Numbers. Hold on. Let's see. And okay, so this is Numbers 12, and going up, Miriam spoke out of line. Miriam did something she wasn't supposed to do. And because of that, she turned leprous. But let's get right into it. Um, let's see. Where should I start at? Um, um, I start at verse 9. And the anger of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yashai was kindled against him, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not this sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. So to look like that, that's sin. So that so-called white man coming out with no pigmentation, that's leprosy. And according to that Numbers 12, that's sin. That's a sin to come out that way. No pigmentation, blue eyes, blonde hair and shit, stringy hair. But let's go into his blessing. Let's see. We're running a little short on time, so I'm gonna hurry up and just jump right into it. It's Exodus, Genesis 27. Um, okay, let's see, 38. Okay. Let's see. Um, yeah, I start at verse 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold. Okay, hold on. I start at verse 36. So like this is Genesis 27 verse 36. And he said, Is it not? Is he not rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these two times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? You know, so Jacob's name means to supplant, you know. And I mean, yeah, I mean Esau sold his birthright, you know. And so verse 37, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren I have given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? You know, and Esau said unto his father, you know, so in this verse above, Isaac is explaining like, yeah, I have made Jacob lord over you, you know, and it goes back to the elders shall serve the younger. And Esau, verse 38, and Esau said unto his father, Hast thou hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and he wept, you know. He cried like a little bitch, you know. Excuse my French. Verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of the heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke of iron from off thy neck. You know, so Esau got a blessing of having the fatness of this earth and the dew of the dew of the heaven from above. So he got the blessing of living lavish, you know, having the best of this earth, you know. That was his blessing. And by the sword shall he live, you know. And the so-called white man today, you know, that's how he lives. He lives by the sword, you know. Everywhere he goes, you know, he doesn't put that sword down. You know, when he wants peace with other nations, you know, he comes with the sword, you know. And it says, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke of iron from off thy neck. You know, and that's going into that Second Kings. That's going into that Second Kings 8 and verse Salakia, excuse me. 2 Kings 8 and verse 20. And in his days Edom revolted from under the hand of Judah, you know, and made a king over himself, you know. So that's Esau breaking the yoke from off his brother Jacob, you know. I'm gonna reread it again. And in the days of Edom, and in his days, Slakia, Edom revolted from under the hand of Judah and made a king over themselves. So Joram, you know, he was the Jehoram or Joram, you know, king of Judah. He went over to Zaire, which is a small city in Edom, and all the chariots with him, and he arose by night and smote the Edomites which compassed him about, and the captain of the chariots, and the people fled into their tents. Yet Edom revolted from under the hand of Judah unto this day. Then Libnah revolted at the same time, you know. So that's Esau Edom breaking the yoke of iron from off his brother, from off his neck, from his brother, you know. And eventually over time they would come to pass to be the the Greeks and the Romans. Okay, from there uh let's go to that Malachi. Yeah, this is Malachi 1, and this is verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will rebuild the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahshai of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahshai have indignation forever. You know. So Esau-Edom, is to be called the border of wickedness. The people whom the Lord have indignation forever against. And when it talks about that, we will return and rebuild the desolate places. That's talking about that. I want to say some Revelations. Let's see. Yeah, that's talking about that deadly wound being healed. Revelations 13:3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. You know, so when it said that they would return and rebuild the desolate places, that's coming from the that's coming during the Renaissance period. Which Renaissance means rebirth. That's that daily wound being healed. That's them being impoverished and rebuilding the desolate places. But let's not forget about how they're called the border of wickedness. And from then let's jump to Job 9. Just as Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth is given unto Esau-Edom, aka the white man. The so-called Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Bill and Melinda Gates, the Warren Buffetts. The so-called leaders of this society. The so-called white people, man. They determine the laws. They write the laws. They print out the money. And it says, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. So you can't even turn on a biblical movie, or you can't even look up a biblical reference without seeing a pale, crusty ass Edom, a pale, crusty ass so-called white person portrayed as the judges. You look up the Messiah. You get this long, stringy haired, leprous dog. You look up who the Most High is, or try to get an image of the Most High. And you see this guy with the white guy with the long beard. You look up the Messiah. You get what's his name, Cesare Borgia. And it's like you look at any of the prophets. Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Moses, Josiah, any of the apostles, the disciples. You're going to get so-called white people painted as their images. And so with that, let me see. I have one more. Let me see. I have one more. Let's see. First Maccabees. First Maccabees 3. I want to say it's 48. Yeah, First Maccabees 3 and 48. And laid open the book of the law, which is this Bible, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So yeah, man, you go and you look up the Messiah, man. Look up so-called a picture of the Heavenly Father. You're going to get pictures of these so-called white people that have painted their likeness over the biblical descriptions of the Messiah and the Heavenly Father. It's noted, in this book, how the Messiah, how Yahushua, you know, and his father Yahweh came, you know, with color, you know. But you like I said, you go to Google or you look at these movies, it's these heathens, man. It's the so-called white people that painted their images onto our forefathers, man, onto our lords, you know, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, you don't see a Asian Asian Messiah, man. You don't see an African Messiah. You don't see a Arabian Heavenly Father, man. It's the so-called Edomite, the so-called white Jesus or God, you know, who you see painted as a white man. So with that, I mean, hopefully that was edifying. I just want to end off by saying, Call Halayim, Lagao Bashem Yashai, Bashem Kakadash. Want to give double honors and elders to the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and citation to all for lack and Akim spreading the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And Salakia for